Like that there is no significance in the result. I mean, in repetition, you can see almost all above 90%. In the beginning, I'm not able to run Simca because when I put the data, I ask the software to run to see the difference, give me 0. There is no difference. Then there is other option. I can force the software. I give him component meaning the difference. I will show you here. When you run the software, first of all, if you ask the software to see the difference, automatic, if there is difference, they will appear like component. This how many difference there, like 1, 2, 3 difference, 4 difference, 5 difference. But in this, in the beginning, the software reject. They said they did not able to run the software, the data. There's other option which is I can give the software component difference. There's two options, but usually if you want to publish papers, you have to software predict the difference. But just for practical, I give the software the component, the difference between the among the samples. I will show you here. You can see here all the data. You can see here the wavelength number from 4,000 until 400 here, and this is the inhibition. You can see. Okay. Here we can ask a new variable. This is the inhibition. We have two. Usually the variables, the FTIR or GC FTIR result or GCMS result or NMR result will ask to be X. There is two X and Y. For the data, our data we used X. For the result like the inhibition, the biological activity will be Y. X and Y. X and Y. You can see here all X. X. Okay. Because different. Okay. X and Y. You can see here the software give all X. You can see here all X. This one, this is the inhibition. I will change to Y. Then okay. Y. Yeah, because in the beginning the data will be all X or the variables X. Okay, auto file. I mean, I cannot use the score plot. There is no difference. You can see here 0. I can just ask for the software, add components, add difference. I can add how much I want. 3 or 4 components. This is the components. This is the difference. But you can see if you come here, I don't know. It's okay. You can see here. There is no significant. Anas, you can see here. No significant in these components. But whatever, because there is no purpose of application for only undergrad. Just I want to let you know that if the software is not able to see the difference among the samples, will not able to process the data. If there is difference, then we can go furthermore. For that, this data no significant difference, but I ask the software to see the difference. I propose component difference. We can see here. Go to the scroll. This is that. You can see here the description of the extraction. Okay. To be clear for you, I will just. This here its color is meaning one extraction. 100% is coming in the right side. 80% is the right side, because 80 and 100% almost is 100. But 0, 1, 20, 40, 60 is like 95, 98, 96. That's why it's described different. You can see here is two. I mean, we can see this is active and non-active, but is active also, both active or less active, less activity. This one, this is the plot score. We know the data before. I mean, the software will not tell me this active or not active. The software, they will not speak, but I run the biological activity. I know the activity. I have to know if I see the 100 extract in one side and 80%, because this is the high activity. You know these things before. The software only will help us after we run them. We have the model. If we need to predict the IC50 for furthermore study. If you have if we done the model and someone give you the same plant and ask you to predict the IC50 value, the activity, if this plant, same plant, if this plant have activity or no, we can give them the software only the FTR data. The software will predict the IC50 value or the inhibition value. Only in this reason we use the FTIR for quality control. Okay, we can go for the loading plot line. This is the, I can see, I will change. Okay, this is the UV, this is the FTR result, and you can see the start. This is the IC50 or the inhibition. This is the last line usually. If it appear up, because we use the inhibition. Usually we go if you use the IC50 value. If the last line that last Dr. Alfi told you is it up, that means the activity down. Yeah, the IC50. But in our case, we use the inhibition. That means the highest inhibition, the highest activity. High inhibition, high activity. High activity. In IC50, no. Less IC50, high activity. In this case, the last line usually this is the IC50, the inhibition, the activity. In our case, if is it up, that means the activity up, and the non-active fraction group is down. You can see this is the line. If usually we use the IC50 value. For publication, we don't use the inhibition, only IC50. That usually we take the down one. But in your case, we use the inhibition. That means we'll take the up one. And you see here this C double bound O, no, CH. And here, I think this is one C double bound O, CO. This is the active fraction groups. You can see that to validate the model, validation, permutation, analysis. You remember Dr. Alfi told you from where to where is active? Less than 3 for this permutation should be less than 0.3. Do you remember Dr. Alfi what told you for permutation? How we validate this is the permutation. Q and R should be how much? The permutation, this one. Yeah, this one. I remember Dr. Alfi already told you about it. Do you remember Dr. Alfi? Okay, because this positive and negative. For positive should be less than 0.3. Less than 0.3 for positive. For negative should be more than 0.5. Yeah. Yeah, meaning 0.1, 0.2, 0.4. Okay. Not less than more than or less than 0.3, 0.5, more than 0.5. Because 0.1 higher than 0.5, isn't it? What is higher, 0.1 or 0.5? How come? 0.1 minus 0. Then should be higher than 0.5 and less than 0.3. This is the average. Because there is two permutation, one positive, one negative. Come in the negative side. I think Dr. I should be less than 0.5. Less than 0.5. Because there is no specific numbers. There is average.
What does it mean when the value is less than 0.5?
That means not valid.
Not valid.
Yeah, you cannot go for publication.
Not valid is if less than
Zero, yeah.
not valid if
More more than 0.3 and less than 0.5. Minus 0.5.
Less than minus 0.5.
Yeah.
not valid.
Yeah, already not valid. Yeah.
The validity is assessed when the value is more than 0.3,
Less.
less than 0.3,
Yeah. And
more than negative 0.5.
yeah.
Jadi yang okey. Yang ni yang tak ada.
Kalau nak valid apa tadi?
Kalau less than
1 R square should be above than 0.5 R square. There is two tests for validation, permutation and predict. First absorb it. There is two tests for validation. I think Dr. Alfie last time show you the.
Validation dengan arti kan?
Tanya ke tu?
Saya tak ada kat bilik. Tak ada kat bilik. Mak saya dah.
Okay, I will sample it for you. The software is not working if we have to see correlation. In our case, we want to correlate between FTIR and antioxidant activity. For why this work we are doing it? For quality control only. This is we most importantly for quality control. If you work in laboratory for factory, use the plant. Is it like save the chemical? No need to every day to do because the factory every time they have same use like see one plant every day or every week they use the same plant. They take it from the farms. Okay. Sometimes if you collect it from behind, is not the activity is not like if you collected from Binang or Tringano or same. Sometimes if you from the same farms from week to week, the activity is different because the age of the plant have influence in the activity. Everything that we have to care about it. If you the factory to predict usually antioxidant use it for the cream. Most of the cream they will see this is antioxidant activity. They're very good for the skin. Mostly they showing antioxidant activity. Okay, that's why we use the FTIR quality control. Only for quality control. Most of you use this software. This is a model. Okay. If you the software is intelligent software. They will correlate between the fractioning group and the activity. Sometimes by your eyes you will not see what is the difference among, because we have 6 extraction, because you will not see all the difference among this the spectra. We'll give the software all the data as a number. We don't use the spectra or only numeric. The software will see the difference. In your case, in the beginning, the software reject the data. That is, there is no significant difference. Not error, because all the extract showing activity. We need one extract or one extract. Minimum one extract doesn't show activity or low activity. If I give you 2 pens, the same model, the same style. Let's see this 2 same, you will not see the difference. You told me it's same. Maybe same year production, everything same. You see, I didn't see any difference. That the model from the beginning reject the data because it all active. The extract, all showing activity, all above 90%. I mean, there is no low 90%. I mean, no significant. From the beginning, the software reject the data. What I did, I told him the software, there is one option, we give him the component. Component meaning the difference, but even in this component, this is not significant. That means just will run for furthermore for only for see, we want to take the data. But this data is, I mean, it cannot go to further publication or doing model because the beginning is wrong. I mean, it's not wrong the data, it's not wrong the data, is no significant difference. The data, there is no significant difference. The model need at least one extract is low activity or non-active. But if you give him all same, from beginning they will reject the data. I mean, they will not go for it. If I give you this, you will see the difference because this not same this one. but it's similar, the software immediately reject the data.
Same type of strength.
And same activity. Because it's same activity, like is above 90%. I mean, the software doesn't see any difference. If from beginning the software reject the data, this is no any difference. Difference is coming as components. How many components is it? Sometimes, if I ask some student, tell me the difference between this pen and this pen, maybe he will tell me 90% of the difference. Other students will complete 10%. Total will be 100%. This is the components. They will total if you total should be 100%. If the first component they predict, they see 50% of difference. Second component like 20%. Third component 10%. Among like this, how many components can get? Sometimes 13. Sometimes only 3 components. Only three components can count all the difference among the extract or the spectra. That's why we have to see the difference. If the beginning node, same activity, from beginning the software will reject the data. That's why all above 90% at the beginning is rejected. But to write the report, I will propose components, but this component is also not significant. You can see here. You can see significant. What is? Anas, not significant. From beginning the software, I can add as much as I want. Okay, you can see. All and see, not significant. I can add many components as I want. But still the software they will not significant difference. Anas. Okay. Then we have to use the last test. Observe it, and this predicted. You can see. You can see how is it. This is the predicted ICFT value. And this is the observed ICFT, the original one. You can see. Even should be like this. You can see. This is the helping. Should be like this. You can see how it is here. But here all income in the same points. The R square is, we cannot draw the R square because it's less than 0.9. R square is less than 0.9. You can see here. No, this R square.
0.9.
Yeah, because there's 2 validation tests. Permutation, R square. This R square will be X and Y. X would be the predict IC50, Y the observed IC50. Okay, see this one. This is the predict IC50 prediction. Predict IC50. This is the whatever you tested. You can see here.
So the dots are significant so far.
Hmm?
The dots indicate what? Shows.
This is the extract.
Oh.
The extract. But I use the only 80% or 80. I limit 80. Because no 81, 82, 83. The group. Because each group have 2 extracts, isn't it? I can change, but it will be a lot of. I mean, you cannot see the name. If we can change the name,
If this extract get the whole letter, what does it mean?
Cannot plot.
you can see 01, 02, 04. This is the group.
Okay. But if that dots gather like that, what does it mean?
That means it's not valid. Because it should be like this.
Straight line.
Straight line.
Linear graph.
How to get the value R squared?
Yeah, because the software, if it is not straight line, the software will not draw the line. That means it's less than 0.9. You can see how is it. Even it's not coming in the grouping together. Even you can see here.
Sebelah kanan aktif kan? Sebelah kanan dengan dekat dengan X aktif kan? Nine.
Kita punya dah 0.9.
Sebab tu kita dapat kalau kurang 0.9 not valid. Itu mana okey. Tapi kena more than.
This is all the spectra. You can see.
All the spectrum. Wow.
Yeah. It's all the 36.
Spectrum.
All the spectrum.
So they produce the same pattern.
Yeah. You can see all these 36. No, then it's not component. Component only they will predict. They will predict, not predict. They will tell the difference. How many difference component? This is after you the first information you will get it from the software. The components. Components meaning I will tell you easier. Let's see if he give you 3 components, 4 components, 5 components. I will ask first student, give me the difference among these two things. Let's see, our sister tell 50% from the differences among these 2 pens. I will ask second sister, come. I told her already. This sister tell me this. Give me others. She will tell me 10%. I will tell her, okay. Other brother come. Give me the other 40%. Meaning total is coming 100% difference. That means there is 3 components. I think I will. Let's see. I give you these 2 things. I will ask first student, come tell me the difference. He tell me, from total 100%, he tell me 30%. I ask second student, come. He tell me other 40%. Ask other student. I told him the other brothers tell this things difference. Tell me others. I mean, let's see. There is a total 100%. Total of the difference I mean, if you count, there is 10 difference among these two pins.
Oh.
Or 100 difference. First one, tell me 30% or 30 different. Yeah. I mean, in the total, we have 100% of the, we identify 100% of the difference. This is called component.
So when
Sorry, because I'm.
when different one component.
I mean, one component, meaning, let's see, one component, meaning the first component, we have how much difference is detected. How many percentage of the difference? I mean, if we have 4 components, that means as much as components there, as much as the data strong. If we have only one component, the data will be. That means from one time, one component is identify all the difference.
The difference means
Between the spectra, among the spectra, or among the data.
the difference is in terms of component.
Yeah, component. Component meaning.
Compound.
I will.
Functionally,
No. The component is. No. Component is like will show the difference among the data. Hmm? I mean the component will not tell the software. If I tell the software, give me the difference between
Ya Allah,
only
stop
this cup,
saying that.
the colors. When I tell him give me the difference between the color, that means I help the software.
Or like character.
I help the software. I told her, I asked him between the colors. But if in general, I told him, give me this difference between these things in general. They will maybe talk about the color, the size, everything. Because there's 2 ways. First way, you will help the software. Supervision methods. We call it supervision methods. That I will tell him, tell me the difference between the colors. Or unsupervision methods, I will tell me in general the difference between these 2 pins. There's supervision method and supervision methods. Is it a bit difficult for you because it's the first time? In this case, don't care about. Just care about is, I think it's so difficult for you. Even for me, it takes 1 year to understand this software. No, the software will, because I told you, when I give the software the data, they give me 0 component. There is no difference. That told you 0 component, that means already rejected from beginning. Before we go to the prediction and validation. From when we ask the software to run the data, this is no difference. From 0, from beginning they reject the data.
Ini dah boleh stop ke? Sini dah.
Yeah.
what is our component?
There's 0 component.
Rejected.
Rejected. That means there is no significant difference.
In our result.
Yeah. I told you because the activity almost same.
Even though the concentration is different.
Yeah. Among the step, all same the activity.
Usually there is
The reason. Because I told you, to see the components higher, that we should be 1 or 2 extract less active or non-active. There is no activity. If there is this one activity, 2 or 3 extract, that means the component will be maybe 15 or 15 components. But is this all active? From beginning they said rejected.
Is this Is it because of the natural of the product or
Because
our
of
error?
the no, not error. Because some of the plants, even in the water extract, they're showing high activity of antioxidants.
So this plant show high activity of
Even in the water and from alcohol, because from 100% ethanol, methanol to 0% to 100% water, there's different polarity. That means we extract high polar and non-polar is all showing high activity of antioxidant. Should be one non-active, one extract, not non-active, non-active or less activity. But in your case, all above 90%.
Why is like that?
Yeah, because same activity they cannot see the difference because all active.
So before that, you give the component.
Plant tu ada antioxidant
Yeah.
kalau polar dengan non polar.
The no, it's okay. I will tell here. I will explain. Components because first of all, your extract all active. I mean active. That means all among the activity all 90%, above 90%. If you statistic see the difference between all the extract, there is no significant because all in the same average from 95 or above 95 to 100%. There is no significant difference. That the software not able to predict the difference because all active. That's why you reject the data. But however, if there is one extract, let's see, water extract, less activity like 50% or 30%, then the software will start to start identify the difference between the spectra. If I give you 5 dish all sweet, I told you, tell me the difference of taste. You see all sweet, how I'll identify the difference. I need one salt. I will tell this salt, but all the dish sweet. The software will not predict the difference.
Dia macam nak tunjuk difference tu kalau dia bagi semua benda manis, tak tahu kalau dia bagi semua benda manis tu satu garam. Dan ini tu ini mana tu semua masih macam tu ada kata.
You can ask, no problem. I will try to explain for you. I'll try to help you. Yeah.
So why our result is not valid? Is it because of there is no difference?
Yeah, no difference, all active.
Or I think so that's why it's not valid.
Yeah, you will first reason in your report you will see all the extract showing high activity. Are showing high activity. There is no significant difference among the inhibition percentage among all the extracts from 0 until 100%. 0 ethanol, meaning 100% water until 100% ethanol. All showing high activity. There is no significant difference. This is the first reason. Because that's why we're not able to, meaning to the software they didn't detect the components, the difference. 0 was no significant difference. That's why if you will see the model is not valid, why? Because it's all active.
So what can we discuss in our discussion?
Yeah, okay. In discussion, even like this, you will give the reason, but however, you have to discussing about this is the fraction groups. What is the compounds contain these fraction groups? Like let's see here, this is 3000. This is CH, and here you can see this one. This one 1700 is the C double bond O. This is like 1160. This one CO. You can see this is the, I think, Dr. Alfi.
1060 CO.
Yeah, this one. This is above one, up. You can discuss the fraction group. This is one up one.
We will discuss above 0.01. So
No, don't care about this one. This is the resolution. You're discussing only this one. This one. This one. This one. This one. This one. You can see there's 5. This this one CH. This one 1700. This one C double bound O. And you can see here is can be S double bound O. And here you can see O. CO. And this one is CX. CX. X. That means CH can be halogen. Yeah.
So theoretically, 100% water or 100% ethanol should be less active.
It's not matter whatever what extract should be non-active because different plants have different metabolites. You cannot see should be 100% not active or 100% ethanol. According to the plant, there's no meaning standard of. Sometimes it can be the water high active and ethanol non-active. Can be yes, the ethanol very active and water non-active. I mean, there is no standard because whatever chemicals or compounds in this plant we don't know. I mean, from plant to plant is many different.
Before this, you mentioned high inhibition, high activity, or high repetition,
High inhibition, high activity. High inhibition, high activity.
High
Inhibition.
inhibition.
Yeah.
However, high activity, low activity, right?
Yeah. Low activity, high activity. I think you can go to this through this paper also. This is about antioxidants, also FTIR. You can see here. This is the grouping.
This FDR is for quality control.
Yeah. You can see here. This is okay. And this plant 80% ethanol was the higher activity. And she brought how many samples? 10 samples from different shops or different farms. She here you can see here acute radical scavenging activity. This is the DBPH and the predict from the software. You can see. This is the how we'll do it further. If you have external validation, we call external validation. External validation that will brought the same plant from different farms or different shop and do ICVT value and FKR and see the predict and actual ICVT value. You can see here she did it.
The predicted value we can
Get it from the software. You can see here
The
come
value come from?
software. No, the predict one.
predicted value from.
You can see here
Oh.
predicted prediction list.
Okay.
You can here come. This is the prediction. You can
The
see
end.
even this is the prediction one.
Okay.
This is the your result and this is the prediction from the software.
Alright.
Okay, prediction report.
You can see
Prediction.
So high lah.
because almost all same.
So
This is the prediction one.
so our result for the prediction.
Brought the external samples, you just add it here and no need to go to activity. You will have this prediction.
So can we say that our result is comply with the prediction? Comply.
Because we cannot see these things because we in the beginning the result was rejected.
Yeah.
From beginning the result was rejected from the software. That's why this is also, we cannot say this true or not true, because the software didn't predict or didn't see the difference among the samples. Yes.
I mean, like, the main reason for our results error is mainly due to technical error, right?
No.
No. I mean,
Because the
preparation.
compound can extract.
I mean, because in the main reason, because all the exact among all was active.
I mean,
I mean, not technical error. This is not technical error in the ICFT. The DPPH result it's true.
Compound dalam plan tu
If it's not true, you can see the difference among the groups, because the different groups. I mean, 3 groups work in same extract. I mean, 100% ethanol, 3 groups. Among 3 groups, also that was the result almost similar.
So what could be the contribution factor that caused?
Because the software should among this extract one extract less active or non-active. But if there is or active, that means software will not work.
I mean, like, because our result is not significant, right?
Yeah.
So what could be the reason for this? It's not
Not the reason from technical error. The reason is that the plant is
because of the extract itself.
giving extract in polar and non-polar solvent.
Okay. So it's not a fault from our
No.
preparation, right?
Not preparation. I told you among the plant, the metabolites. I think last year we worked with. I think last year it was different. Last year we used different plants. I think the water extract was
So
water and 20%, 40% isn't showing activity.
So maybe we can discuss about the plan.
Yeah, I mean, because I will read the report. I want just focus on. First of all, we have to mention the reason. That's why the software from beginning the result was rejected because of
No.
among all the extraction high activity. There is no significant difference.
Okay.
This is the main reason. This is the reason. Why the software doesn't work in the beginning. This is the reason, because among water from you can see from less polar to high polar, all showing activity, because we use the ethanol less polar compared to water.
Yes.
Among all this extract was showing high activity. Second, you will discuss among the fractioning groups. You have to see the plant names. I don't know.
Kelab paya.
Yeah, you have to see the literature review. What is metabolite available in this plant? I think I will help you in this case. But don't tell Dr. I think I have one proposal. Don't tell Dr. Joseph, I will give you.
Risau lagi kan lagi.
Oh. Ni macam ada.
Where's pen drive?
Oh, pendrive ada?
Tak ada.
Oh, who has pendrive?
You can this proposal you can help you, but don't tell Dr. Joseph.
Okay.
We will not tell.
This is all about the plant. You can see even the metabolite. This is the plant.
Oh, echo.
This one. This is, isn't it? This is plant. I'm sure because this is the proposal of one. This is the metabolite available. Very easier here. All the metabolite.
Oh, okay. Can you email?
Terpenoids, yeah.
Tapi dia ada.
And you can use the introduction abstract here. You can help you this introduction. This about she want to use the GCMS, but we use the FTR. Here you can use the school plant. This is it help you introduction about the plant, about metabolomics. It help you this one. this the picture, you can use it. I think this is, she give this description. This is the isolated compound from the plant.
So we will compare the.
Let's see. Okay. You can see here loading line. You can see here. This is, let's see, OH. Okay. CO. Here there is CO. This one. In the up one, that active site. You can see O. This one also available. C double bound O. Here you have this C double bound O. It's never matter if there's one OH group available, because one OH group is in the non-active. But it doesn't mean if there is one group, I mean one functioning group, one OH available, that means non-active compound. But the main effect of the activity is coming from the C double bound O and CO.
Main activity from the
Yeah, but it's okay if one OH group available. I mean, because if you see one OH group is coming in the non-active side, but never mind. Even in my case also it's happened like this, but it's okay. Even if in two groups, also okay, no problem. This is one you can have. I think I can give you this one. And this, I think she write about DBPH. She write a lot of things about the plant, but she didn't use the same methods. Ours, we use different methods. Because DBPH, I think there's, but the calculation is similar. But she used after 1 hour. We used after 20 minutes. Never mind, because you know a lot of the researchers use different same meaning DBPH, but different way or different methods. Even different concentration of DBPH. You can use this one, La. I will email you this one.
Can you email?
Yeah.
Email the result.
Yeah.
Tu Hanan. Ada tak my?
hananmy@gmail.com.
Hanan MY. Tu je lah.
Ya. 20 page. Itu nak macam.
Apa this? Wow.
Is it same or
This is not study. I mean, this is only proposal. I think one sister.
Literature. Attendance sekelip sampai setengah jam je ke? Sejam. Dah je Oh sorry.
Ada wifi tak phone? Phone Dayat guna. Guna.
Ada wifi.
Tak ada bateri.
Kenapa?
To find the functional group based on the KI result.
Based in the loading plot.
Just based on the result.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not mistaken, doctor did ask us to find the functional group based on the bands in the
Yes.
KI.
Tadi you cakap.
Yeah, it depends on FTR, but the FTR coming in loading plot to tell you that
Okay.
I will give you this one. You can again attach it. That is not significant. You can. I will give you this one. You can attach in the thesis. That's why it's not. There is no significant.